starting to pick up the wind a little bit. This is my empowered fitness community for women 40 plus. Welcome. And we come in here every Wednesday to talk about your goals, what's holding you back from achieving them, and we want to get you answers to all your questions. So I had to pull up my spreadsheet. I had to close everything. Our internet went out and all that stuff. I hope everybody is safe from the storm, from the hurricane. We're just seeing a little pickup in wind right now. Just praying that I don't lose power and internet and all that stuff that makes my business tick, but I'm sure everybody will understand if that happens for a day, and that's probably all it's going to be for us. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Let's see, I'm going to get over here on my spreadsheet to September, October. Happy October. So I see people hopping on now. So every Wednesday in this group, I do a live Q&A, and we discuss all the things that are holding you back. Today, October 9th, 10/9. Now next week, I'll be doing this probably on Tuesday if I can. I might have to move it to Monday because I am heading to my 20th college reunion in Michigan next Wednesday, and I am so excited to see my besties. One is in Texas and one is in Alaska, and I'm in Florida, and we talk almost every day, but we're going to be getting together for the first time, the three of us, in 5 years, and I'm so excited. So sorry we won't be doing a Q&A. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to take a look at what's going on and what's keeping each of you from your goals, and we're gonna go through for about the next 25 minutes and just discuss these things and see what we can do. So you'll be getting some great little bits of information, and if you want to discuss with me what's going on with you personally, make a plan for yourself, then I encourage you to use the link in this post to set up a time with me on my calendar this week if possible. I'm around before next Wednesday so that we can go over what's going on with you personally, you and me, just chat and getting to know one another and figure out a good plan for you moving forward, whether it's baby steps or big steps. And then it also included tomorrow is the last day. If you haven't heard of it, I am taking on beta testers today and tomorrow, the last day, because I need you to get started on the program for my brand new strength training program called 10-Minute Tone Up. It is only 10 minutes a day, and it is progressive, meaning that each week it gets harder. You're going to be getting results, and I'm looking for those who want to test the program for the first time. It is a 66% off discount, and not only that, but you get into my Holiday Shred Express Challenge in the Monday after Thanksgiving, which is actually December 1st, and you get that free. That'll be a free pass to that challenge, where you'll also be getting a meal plan, and you'll be getting lots of coaching and help with the holidays. And so it's going to be a really great opportunity to get this program because it's only 10 minutes a day, and as we get towards the end of the year, people get busier and busier and more overwhelmed, and it's so important that we continue to be invested in our healthy habits so that we stay healthy, get closer to our goals, and not distance ourselves from them at the time of year when we are in pictures, hanging with family, and celebrating things. We don't want to feel uncomfortable. We want to get closer to our goals, okay? So I put a link to the 10-minute Tone Up beta tester in here too. Again, that is going to end tomorrow. No more testers after that. So I would definitely take advantage of it now. We've got a bunch of ladies, I haven't even counted, but at least maybe 15 or more, and they're loving it, okay? So let's take a quick look. We've got Lana here, and when I asked Lana in the entrance questions to get into the group, what's holding you back from getting results in your fitness and nutrition? She says family situations, not sleeping, I only like lettuce and no green vegetables. Well, kind of like my kids, if there's one vegetable that you do like, that's the one you eat. Every day I ask my kids what vegetable they want with dinner, and every day it's broccoli. And so I start, although my little one now likes cucumbers and he likes peppers, but my older one just every night broccoli. So I literally am buying like 5 pounds of broccoli every week. If there is something that you love, then get your nutrients that way. But let's see, but not sleeping, that is going to be one of the most detrimental things to you getting your results, because that is when we get our recovery, right? Muscle recovery. That's when our brain gets to rest, and that's when we get good rest. We wake up the next day with so much better cognitive function. That's super important. Getting that deep core sleep, getting that REM sleep. I was listening to a podcast yesterday that reaffirmed something that I had heard in the past, which is that we get our best sleep from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. And so it is imperative that you get to sleep as close to 10 a.m. or that you're sleeping as close to 10 p.m. as possible. My husband and I, we started actually I pass out because I drink my favorite new sleepy time hot chocolate, and I'm literally out 30 minutes after that. But I think it's a joke, and I don't know if he thinks it's funny, but I turn my light off and I count like down from 5. By the time I hit like 1, I am literally asleep, which is great for me because my head tends to spin at night with all the things of the day and all the things for tomorrow. There's so much going on in my brain that I used to have trouble falling asleep. Now it's so good, and my sleep has been much better. I'm getting a half hour more of both deep sleep and REM sleep each night, and I can feel the difference when I wake up in the morning. My body feels better, my brain is clear, I'm so ready to go, and I have not been crashing midday either. So one thing is, if you're interested in this new Sleepy Time hot chocolate, I will absolutely send you a link because I have a coupon for $30 off. But getting that sleep is so important. And speaking of that, I've also improved my sleep due to having a coach, a sleep coach, come in and do a workshop for my clients. You can find that workshop, I think I charge $17 or $19 or something like that, on my website. It's jillortizfitness.com/programs, and you'll see it's the first program on there. It says Sleep Better, Live Better workshop, I believe. But I would definitely take a look at that because sleep is so important. Family situations, I'm not sure how I can help you with that, but hopefully these are just temporary things with family situations, and that we can get you past it. I think for somebody like Lana, I'm not sure how you say her name, I think what's important is having somebody help you with mindset, with clarity, with a path, with taking action. And that's something that I think is one of my superpowers as a health and fitness coach, and just as a mentor. I've been a business leader, I've been a coach, I've been a team leader, I was captain of my sports teams, and being able to help somebody gain the confidence and see clarity in their path and not accept excuses, but help them to see that they need to be going more towards the barriers that they've set for themselves or that others or life has set for them, and breaking through those things. It's huge. It's huge to have a guide. So I would say set up a call with me and we'll do a game plan call, okay? Jill has just a question for me. She says, how do I keep the weight off? Now, some of you might think, well, whatever you do to lose the weight, that's going to be what keeps the weight off. But that's not true. And I say this a lot. Whatever got us from point A to point B is not going to be what gets us from point B to point C. And some things that come to mind are when people say to me like, hey, Jill, here's where I'm at. I just lost 20 pounds or 30 pounds or 40 pounds, but I've been stagnant now for months and I can't figure out why. I'm still doing the same things. I'm like, well, that's it. It's like you're still doing the same things and your body has gotten enough out of that. So it's time to do something different. And I was just talking to my client Courtney about this and showed her my weight loss progression of the last 9 weeks. And for 6 weeks, I was doing it on my own and doing the things that I've always known. And I literally was not losing weight. I was going up and down like half a pound. 161, 160, 161, 160 for 6 weeks. getting nowhere. And this is when I had set a goal for myself to lose 20 pounds in 16 weeks or 20 weeks, whatever it was, between August 6th and Thanksgiving. And I was not getting myself anywhere until I joined another coach's program, a 4-week program, and got new insight and new things that I, as a personal trainer, had not tried for my clients and I hadn't learned. And with new tools and a new coach and new incentive pushing me, in the first week, I lost 5 pounds, and then I lost another pound. And so now, from where I was at 161, today I'm 153. Like, that's 8 pounds. That's huge. And I didn't do that by myself. That was when I decided that I couldn't do this alone, that I needed somebody to teach me something new and give me a new set of tools. All right. So once you figure out how to get from A to B, then you got to get from B to C, and then you got to learn maintenance. And maintenance, sometimes it can be saying at the same thing, and sometimes it means you have to change things up and down. But to make sure it doesn't come back on, you have to keep doing new things, and you have to make sure that you are not reverting back to old habits the way you did it back when you were point A. You can't go back to that person, okay? So hopefully that's helpful. Brenda says what's holding her back from getting results is cooking, exercising, having a schedule. We travel a lot. We eat fast food. I think Brenda had gotten on my calendar. We set her up, I think, for when I get back from my trip. But, things that I think of for Brenda is keeping things simple, right? Having structure. Even when life is busy, you still have to have a plan. A simple structure is going to get you somewhere. No structure gets you nowhere. It's like her being on the road and traveling without a road map. You can't get to where you want to go if you don't have Google Maps or a GPS or something, or a map, or, an inkling of where you're going. You have to have something that is very structured and tells you, here's a turn by turn and here's your ETA, right? And you can expect to get to where you want to go at that time. So I would say having structure, having a plan, keeping it simple is going to help you, Brenda, and that's what you and I will work on together. If you have any questions, by the way, hi Stacy, Sean, Noga, Courtney, Adela. If you have any questions while I'm talking, go ahead and pop them in the chat. We've got another 10 minutes together. Katrina here says that she's struggling with menopause, and she wants to know how to feel better, how it can help her with anxiety and eating better and just feeling better. And so what's really interesting is that all of these are pieces of my menopausal metabolism reboot program. If you are struggling with things like Katrina said, menopause, how do I feel better? How do I help with anxiety and eating better and feeling better? My menopausal metabolism reboot includes all of this stuff. And so just drop the word reboot below if you want the info for that. Otherwise, what really comes to mind here is a workshop that my friend Kira did that is in the menopausal reboot, because it talks about its nutritional therapy for anxiety. And she talks about the connection between the brain and the gut. And when our brain is full of anxiety, we feel that in our gut. And when our gut is not healthy and balanced, we experience that brain fog. And so it's an axis, A-X-I-S, right? Like the y-axis. And so they're connected. And this is really interesting because I don't know if any of you have ever had a stomach ache because you were a ball of anxiety, but this is something that I went through as a kid. And number one, I had 2 issues. Number one was constipation. For most of my childhood and through my adult life, after college, until I found adaptogens and probiotics and prebiotics in the supplements that I take, my greens, my protein shake, all these things that have helped me a lot. So constipation was an issue and why I was having a lot of stomach aches. But the other thing was anxiety. And I know that it was anxiety because when I would start to get a stomach ache, I would literally turn the TV on, turn a fan on. And so I'd have the fan blowing, I'd have the TV on, and all of these things took my mind off of my anxiety and my stomach ache would go away, right? And so that told me a very long time ago that there was a connection between my gut and my brain. Now, if any of you have ever experienced brain fog, that can be due to something that is brewing in your gut, an imbalance. And so it's really important that we get these things aligned, that we work on your stress and your anxiety, and that we work on getting good gut health. And that's something that I do in my programming. I do have a nutrition framework that is meant as a gut protocol. And I also have a lot of workshops in my program that are for anxiety through coloring, things you can listen to, meditations, and other workshops that I've had professionals come in and do for my clients. So, okay, let's move on. Sarah wants to know, she says she herself is holding her back. She doesn't know how to stop eating poorly. So the big thing that comes to mind for me there is how to stop eating poorly is to start eating healthy. And when you fill your day with so many healthy foods, you have much less room for the non-healthy ones. So if I stay on top of eating and eating healthy foods that taste great, then I'm much less likely to go snag snacks, right? If I'm starving, I'd grab at anything. But if I'm not like starving and I've eaten enough protein, fiber, things that keep me full and satisfied, then I'm not reaching for the bad foods. The other thing is planning and preparing. So if you open up my refrigerator right now, what you would see is all these glass containers. My mom got me from BJ's, Snap and Go, Snap and Seal, something like that. And I like the glass because I don't want to be having all my food in plastic as much these days. Little thing I can do to maybe help myself. And so you will see tons of these glass containers. I told my husband he could have the plastic one. I bit his head off on Monday because he ate out of my glass one and not out of his plastic one. But all the food is right there in the front. It's ready. So when I open the fridge, I don't see a bunch of junk that I could choose from. I see all my healthy foods. So even if I was going off plan and started grabbing at things, I'd be grabbing at spinach and broccoli and green beans and sweet potatoes and chicken and ground turkey and ground beef and shrimp and all these things that are healthy foods and ready for me right there. So being prepared is going to help you a lot too, to stop eating poorly, okay? Donna says she doesn't know what to do. Donna, I know we booked a call and I think we had to cancel it because you had an emergency. So let's get that rebooked, okay? Sandra says consistency is holding her back. Sandra, we got to get you on call. We got to talk about what's holding you back. What is it that's interrupting your consistency? Because consistency is key, right? So if I eat a salad a day for 7 days, that's going to have much more impact than if I eat one salad on a Tuesday, right? And if I eat pizza every day, that's going to have much more impact than if I have a slice of pizza on a Friday. So it's not what you do once in a while that is going to determine who you are. It's what you do consistently. And if you are doing less than you should be with exercise, then you're not going to get results. And if you don't pay attention to your food and follow a plan, then you're not going to get results and you're getting exactly what you're putting in, right? Okay. Kathleen says she's got no energy. That's holding her back. So we've got a few things there we have to look at. Number 1, are you fueling enough? Number 2, are you hydrating enough? Number 3, are you sleeping enough? Number 4, are you super overwhelmed? Are we eating the right things? There's a lot of things that go into that. Do you need a shot of Energize, some pre-workout, like I do in the mornings to get me going? So lots of different things. What we want to do is we want to evaluate. And that's something that we can do on a game plan call is I'm going to ask you what you're eating every day. I'm going to ask you what you're doing for workouts. And that will very, very clearly let me know what's going on with you so that we can make those tweaks that will help you. Okay. Sandy says, nothing's holding her back. All right. She says, I work out, exercise, and the weight doesn't want to come off. So it's not gonna be, Sandy, you're kind of joking yourself here, right? It's not that the weight doesn't want to come off and therefore everything you're doing is right and you're just like shit out of luck. Sorry. You got the short end of the stick. It's that you're probably thinking you're doing something right, but you're probably doing the exact opposite. I see this all the time. I eat less, work out more, right? I eat healthy. Why am I not losing weight? Well, eating healthy is not eating for weight loss. So this is where you need some more education. You might need consistency. You might need something new plan, right? That's how I started getting results, is I tried something new. So hop on a call with me and we'll get you to new places, okay? All right, let's see. We got 3 minutes left because I have a client call at 12:30 and then I'm gonna need to eat something. Christine says what's holding her back is knowledge and understanding of how to reduce and maintain a healthy cortisol and hormonal level. She's asking what's the right fitness for weight loss, I'm not sure, during menopause. Christine, you are perfect for my menopausal metabolism reboot. And so you have two options with that for Christine and anybody else who kind of says, oh yeah, that's me too, is you can either do it on your own by yourself, self-paced. You're still in a Facebook group with other women who have done it or are doing it. And all the resources are there for you. We've got 3 workshops. We've got a masterclass, my nutritional anxiety, that one with Kira, and my friend Monica did a talk on hormones. She is known as the hormone detective. So you've got 3 workshops in there. My masterclass is all of the stages of menopause, what's going on with your body, why what worked before isn't working, and what you need to do. You have the exact protocol for nutrition, very simple, easy to follow. It helps you regulate your cortisol. And then you also have an option to add on 4 weeks of strength training workouts that you get to keep forever at 50% off. So that's one way to do it. If you really want me coaching you through it and you want more resources and you want more tools and long-term and all that stuff and private coaching calls, then we would do that same thing, but within my Empowered Fitness Mastery coaching program, which is going to be a higher price because I only have 30 spots for clients because it's me. You're being coached by me, you're being loved by me. We're talking about specific things that happen in your life. We're making sure it works with your life. We're modifying things and we're making it work for you. So those are the 2 options with how you want to do it. If you're struggling with the same stuff, book a call with me, and this is where we decide, is price dictating how you do it? Is the amount of support that you want going to dictate what you choose? And I'll work with you to make it happen, okay? One more. We've got Wendy and Michelle, who both are talking about consistency. So we've already discussed that. We've got Veronica, who says time's holding her back. She wants to know, what are macros? Macros is another nutrition program that I teach. I'm going to move the rest of these until next week. So, and then we'll go over macros right now real quick. Take those out. We got to put them to the next page. Make sure that we get you guys in the next time. Oops, I put that in the wrong place. Hold on one second, then we'll go over macros. Okay. So macros, nutrition. Macros is one of the 5 frameworks for nutrition that I teach. I teach portion control, I teach macros, I teach mindful or intuitive eating, I teach menopausal nutrition, and I teach my 5-day Kickstart Cleanse, which is a quick tool for rapid weight loss. So those are my 5 frameworks. The macros one is going to be the most in-depth, pinpointed, knowing your food down to the calorie, the ounce, the gram, so that you get really particular results. So when I told you I've lost the 8 pounds in the last, whatever it is, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, that is doing macros. It's knowing exactly what I'm eating and making sure I stay within that. I eat on plan and I know exactly what the result is based on how many calories I'm taking in, but also how those calories are divided into the 3 macronutrients. There's only 3. There's no more than 3. One is fat, one is protein, and one is carbs. And so it is a science of understanding, how do I need to break down those 3 food groups? How many calories do I need in a day for fat loss, for gaining muscle? And at different times during your journey, you're going to use different amounts of calories, different macros splits, so that you can get the results that you want in each phase and evaluate often, where am I at? What am I doing next, right? And so that is something also that you can do on your own. I have a very low cost workshop. It's called Foods for Fat Loss. It's at jillortizfitness.com/programs. And you can sign up for Foods for Fat Loss, my macros program, get all of the education, the resources, and do it on your own. If you feel like that is not the way you operate, that you like to have somebody teaching you, coaching you, making sure you know how to make your meal plans, that they're good, that you've chosen the right macros, then we can get into more of a nutrition coaching package. I have one that you get 3 calls, 45 minutes, where we can spread those over 6 months if you want. And then the more in-depth option is to do my Empowered Fitness Mastery program, where you would also be incorporating fitness with that. Fitness, nutrition, daily support, 2 monthly coaching calls directly with me, private coaching calls, kickoff call, all those things. So again, the best way to figure out what you need, what the right path is for you, is to set up a call with me using the link here that I've given to you, and we will discuss together. And if none of them are right for you, maybe we give you a tiny little tool. Maybe it's my 5-day Kickstart Cleanse, or I just show you my free resources and we have a really great conversation. And down the line, if you're ready to do something, you know who I am and I know who you are, and we'll feel comfortable talking about it. Okay? That's it for today. Thank you for hopping on this Q&A session. I will let you know next week when I schedule it for. It will not be next Wednesday, but it'll be either Monday or Tuesday, and I look forward to it. Okay, bye everybody.